All right, so you've decided to automate your Proxmox VMs with Ansible. Sounds great, right? The plan seems simple. Spin up a VM, slap a Cloud-Init config on it, and you're off to the races. But then you start digging around. You look at tutorials, you read forums, and this really weird pattern starts to show up. You find two completely different, totally conflicting ways to do the exact same thing. It's the kind of thing that makes even a seasoned engineer stop and think, wait, have I missed something fundamental here? And that's the central mystery we're going to unpack today. Why? Why does such a common task split into two opposing paths? It's this frustrating fork in the road that can make you feel like you just don't get how Proxmox, Ansible, and Cloud-Init are supposed to play together.
So let's just break down these two workflows. Okay, on one side, you've got what we'll call direct creation. You use Ansible to build a VM completely from scratch, and you attach that Cloud-Init config right during the build. It feels clean, pure, no dependencies. But then you have the other method, template cloning. Here, you start with a master template, you clone it, and then you use Cloud-Init for the final tweaks. It's the same destination, but a totally different road to get there.
And look, if you felt this confusion, you are absolutely not alone. This quote just nails it, right? The problem isn't that you don't have the technical skills. The problem is seeing two perfectly valid paths with zero context for why you'd pick one over the other. This isn't a beginner mistake. It's honestly a failure of documentation to explain the why behind the how.
Okay, so let's dig in. We're going to start with the path that feels most intuitive to basically any engineer, building from scratch. It's a natural instinct. But as we're about to see, it's an instinct that runs headfirst into a surprising roadblock in the world of Proxmox.
I mean, this from-scratch approach just feels right, doesn't it? No templates you have to maintain, no hidden state, no baggage, just pure, clean automation building a VM from the ground up. It really seems like the superior design, promising way fewer dependencies and total control over every single step.
And here's the turn. As you try to actually implement this pure, from-scratch method, you start to notice something's not quite right. The tools almost seem to be fighting you, kind of pushing you in a different direction. It's not some loud, obvious error message. It's more like this subtle, persistent friction.
And this right here, this is the light bulb moment for so many people. It turns out that in Proxmox, Cloud-Init isn't just some script you inject. It's deeply, deeply coupled to a disk image. And that disk image has to live somewhere. So that thing you thought was an optional optimization, the template, is actually a structural requirement of the entire system. You can't get away from it.
And it turns out templates are doing a lot more heavy lifting behind the scenes than we give them credit for. They act as a caching mechanism, so you're not downloading a huge cloud image every single time. They serve as a distribution point, giving you a consistent source image. And they establish a baseline state, making sure every new VM starts from the exact same known good configuration. They aren't just a shortcut, they're a core piece of the architecture.
Okay, so just when you think you've settled the debate, all right, templates it is, a third, unexpected option pops up. This is the purist approach, for those out there who value absolute certainty above everything else, especially speed.
Now this is a completely different philosophy. Forget templates, forget Cloud-Init. This method automates a full operating system installation every single time, using tools like Preseed for Debian or Kickstart for Red Hat. It is, without a doubt, the slowest way to do things, but it has one massive advantage.
And this reveals that the choice isn't just technical, it's actually philosophical. What are you optimizing for? Are you optimizing for speed and efficiency? Then yeah, the template and cloning method is your best friend. Or are you optimizing for absolute, undeniable certainty, guaranteeing every single machine is built fresh with the latest updates and zero hidden state? Well then, you belong in the from-scratch camp.
And the promise of this purist path is pretty compelling. When you install from scratch, there is zero risk of a template having stale packages or some weird, forgotten misconfiguration. There are no hidden assumptions that were baked into an image somebody else made months ago. You get a verifiably clean slate every single time. It's a trade-off, for sure, but for some, that guarantee is worth the wait.
So we've got these different paths, but what becomes crystal clear is that none of them is perfect. They each come with their own little set of hidden costs and complexities. And that's the key insight here. You're not really choosing a method, you're choosing which set of problems you're willing to live with. Let's just lay out these trade-offs.
The template and clone method? Super fast, but its hidden cost is that you constantly have to maintain and update your templates. The from-scratch install? It gives you total purity, but man, is it slow and resource-intensive. And that first idea, the direct Cloud-Init approach, its hidden cost is that it's a leaky abstraction. It's a technical term we'll get to, but it basically just forces you back into dealing with templates anyway. So you can see, your choice depends entirely on what you care about most.
So why is this all so confusing in the first place? It's because the documentation, while it's technically accurate, is just missing the strategic context. It shows you the commands, the how, but it almost never explains the strategic trade-offs, the why you would do it, and the when. And it's that gap right there where all of this confusion is born.
Okay, so after all that digging, what do people actually do in the real world? Well, it turns out a really practical hybrid pattern has emerged from the community, one that kind of balances the pros and cons of all these different approaches.
And here it is. This is the workflow that really works. First, you create or refresh a base template from a trusted cloud image, and you do this periodically, maybe once a month to keep it fresh. Then for every new VM you need, you just clone that template. Now, here's the key. Before you boot it for the first time, you apply all your specific customizations, networking, SSH keys, you name it, using Cloud-Init. Then, and only then, do you boot the machine.
This layered process just works so well because it gives you the best of both worlds. You get the awesome speed and consistency from using templates, but by applying all your customizations before that first boot, you also get the flexibility you need for each individual machine. It's not the simplest path on paper, I'll grant you, but it's the one that proves to be the most reliable and scalable in practice.
You know, there's a technical term for why that direct creation method feels so clunky, and it's called a leaky abstraction. The idea is that the Ansible modules are supposed to make things simple, right? They're supposed to hide all the messy details. But in this case, they don't fully hide the underlying complexity of how Proxmox handles disk images and Cloud-Init. So the abstraction leaks, and you're forced to deal with the low-level details anyway, which kind of defeats the whole purpose.
So if you walk away with anything from this, what should it be? 3 things. First, templates in Proxmox are a structural reality. They are not an optional convenience. Second, Cloud-Init isn't some magic wand you can wave. Its effectiveness depends entirely on the underlying image you're using. And, maybe most importantly, the true best practice for this stuff isn't written down in any official manual. It's pieced together from the collective, hard-won experience of the community. And so, ultimately, we kind of end where we started, but hopefully with a new perspective. There is no single, perfect answer here. There's only a set of trade-offs. So the real question this leaves you with isn't, what's the best method? It's, which set of problems are you choosing to take on? The speed of cloning versus the pain of template maintenance? Or the purity of a clean install versus the high cost of time? The choice, as they say, is yours.